everybody. Guess what? We're on time today. Okay, there's our sketch. There's our picture. I'm going to be creating with a kit from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. So this kit is based off of some Alexandra Renke paper that Christina had in her shop, and I said, take that, make me a kit. So she did. It's not a very big kit, which is perfection for me. It just has a couple of papers and some fresh bouquet elements from crepe paper. So I'm going to use this as my background with all these pretty hearts. And then after I got the kit from Christina, I went ahead and purchased the 6x8 paper pad and the stickers and another piece of ephemera. So I had a little bit more embellishments. I went through all of my embellishments and my 6x8 papers, and this layout came together quick as can be. So at first, this sketch really threw me for a loop. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. I wasn't sure how to interpret it really. It's a little bit of a tough sketch, honestly. But then what I did was I went to Shimelle's blog and I checked out what she did, and I looked at her guest designer for that day. And then I also watched her video, and all of that helped me to kind of get a better feel for this particular sketch. And then I was able to go ahead and put it together quite quickly. So I'm not going to use 3 photos. There's 3 photos in the sketch. I'm only going to use that one. It's a 4x6 image. And I decided that having a sketch like this means that I can really use up some of these really large ephemera pieces that are in the Fresh Bouquet ephemera pack. So if you have hanging around your scrap room some ephemera packs that have really big ephemera pieces, this would be a really great sketch and layout design to go ahead and use those on. So that's kind of where I was with this. I grabbed 3 really big pieces of ephemera, and I knew that for the part of the layout that had the big star, I was going to use a flower. And then instead of having the 2 photos, I was going to have 2 nice-sized ephemera pieces. In the end, my embellishments all end up, and the scale of my layout ends up being larger than the sketch. So the sketch is kind of like, my layout ended up being much more filled in, but I like it that way. So I'm just deciding on these ephemera pieces and the things I want to add. I was really excited because I really did get to use a lot of these kind of more challenging ephemera pieces. I went through my stash. I'm going to go ahead and play around with little tickets. I'm going to tuck everything in. This layout was like a 30-minute layout, which is unheard of for me, probably because I really just relied on the products that I had, and I didn't pull in anything extra, except for some sequins at the end. Another thing is this sketch called for some mixed media. Speaking of sequins, this sketch called for some mixed media, and I just decided to eliminate that. And instead of sprinkling mist across the page, I'm going to sprinkle sequins across the page. If you are ever working with a sketch that calls for some mixed media and you're kind of scratching your head because you don't like mixed media or you don't want to do it, sometimes a sprinkling of sequins will give you that look and that feel without the mess. So in my case, it was just a time issue. I was trying to get this video up on time. I was trying to get it to you guys, and I wasn't feeling that I wanted to play with mist that day. I just wanted to sit down with a kit and create strictly from the kit that was there and ready to go, and I didn't feel like going into my stash for a lot of stuff. So this is where we're going to put all of these embellishments. I'm just going to pick each one up. I'm going to ink everything with some vintage photo distress oxide ink and then glue it all down. Very simple. I am using up the last 2 of these amazing skeleton leaves from this kit. And Christina, if you are watching this, I need more of those skeleton leaves because I used them all really quickly and I love, love, love them. They are amazing. I could use like 100 of them. So here we are. This is the last little bit. I decided to pop up my camera for some extra dimension. And again, this is everything has that beautiful vintage photo edge around it. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my pen. I'm going to do my, first I'm going to put the adhesive. So, sorry. This is acetate. I even managed to get 2 acetate pieces onto this layout, which, awesome sauce, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add that second little skeleton leaf. That's what I'm calling it down there. And then I'm going to layer over that this little ticket piece. It says something about home, and these are like front porch pictures, so it worked out perfectly. These photos are from the beginning of April. So I have this piece that says forever, and that's going to act as my title, and I'm going to just staple it right on there. And then I'm going to clean up a little bit and do my journaling. And now I just wanted to add some last little bits and bobs. So I grabbed the 6x12 sticker sheet. And I'm going to go with, I have the flower, that one large flower. So I wanted to add a couple more smaller flowers just so it doesn't look like one lonely little flower. I had been auditioning all kinds of scraps and big ephemera pieces up there at the top. And then I would eliminate all of them, but I still really wanted something up there. So when I saw this flower that was a really nice size to kind of tuck up in there, I grabbed it. I'm also going to use one of these little phrase stickers, and I'm going to just stick it on the edge. And it just says, remember this. So I'm going to fidget just a little more, kind of look and see, try to decide if I want anything else, but in the end I don't. So I go through my extensive stash of sequins, and I'm going to pull out this one. So this is a really old mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps. It's called Chocolate Truffle, and it's like copper and then these little pink sequins. I know it's not available anymore, but maybe some of you have it in your stash. And if copper sequins are something you want, there are copper sequins coming in October. I've seen some of the previews and colors for the fall mixes from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and there will be lots of gorgeous fall colors and copper sequins for your enjoyment. And this is where we're going to call this one done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you'll give this sketch a try. I will link Shimelle's original blog post down below so you can grab that sketch if you like. I'm curious to see what kind of projects everyone can come up with this one, because it was a little tricky. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.